watching, guys. Next week, we have our NBA 2K17 cover athlete, Paul George. I'll see you soon.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Checking out Cleveland. Coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. Guys, all around the league, you can see that level of respect that LeBron commands. Is he still one of the most intimidating players that you'll play against?
Oh, well, listen. If you're not intimidated, you're silly. However, you're still going to play hard. But there is a level of intimidation with all the awards, all the hardware that he's got, and he's still probably the most physically dominating force in the game. You know, a freak of nature.
You know, now that Kobe's gone, LeBron is now the elder statesman of the league, and rookies grew up watching them play. And 256% body fat. I need to go on that diet.
Do you think somebody can be intimidating and silly at the same time?
Well, we're sitting
if you're
next
not
to him.
intimidated, you're silly.
No question.
Or what about silly intimidating?
Oh, that's what I'm feeling right now.
Oh.
And I have no idea what that means.
Yeah,
Me either,
that's
but
the
it
seat.
sounds-
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, LeBron.
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. And as the NBA season gets into full swing, Steve, what's most important to establish if you're an NBA team?
You know, a lot of people say style of play. If you're a new coach trying to implement a new style. But I think whatever it is, you just want to be consistent. Being consistent on whatever you're doing night in and night out.
Tip-off goes to Orlando. Big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for Kevin Love. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. So on the floor for Orlando, Fred in at power forward. Jody Meeks out there with DJ Augustin. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Hezonja in at the small forward position. And a player of LeBron's caliber is expected to be a leader. It's a role he's never shied away from, Steve, and certainly he has filled the bill.
Not at all. Coming out of high school, he's always been a leader. LeBron is someone who loves his teammates and wants to stay close to them. But at the end of the day, he's all about winning. He's not shy about telling his teammates what they have to do to get the W.
Here's Prez. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Kicks it to Williams. Clock at 6. And it's Meeks with the rebound. Orlando's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. That ties it up. Biyombo's got his first points of the night.
Fantastic pass to connect with his teammate on the move.
Outside Williams. On the wing, James. A baseline J. And it's Orlando with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
Yeah, they really cost themselves there for sure. You have to make those shots. You just have to. Bismack Biyombo is one of those players, when you watch the shot go up, take a picture of Biyombo, does his work early, and he's one of the few players in the league who can greatly impact the game with his rebounding.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And we've seen examples of how Biyombo can change a game with rebounding. Quite often he'll, Steve, go above the 20 rebound mark for a game.
The reason why, he has a very strong lower body and a base. So when he gets planted on the block, you can't move him, and then he's a quick jumper. Great rebounding tools for a guy to be able to go up and get it.
He doesn't get the second one. And the Cavs back in 2014, bringing in LeBron and bringing in Kevin Love, arguably the best single-season upgrade at the position at that forward spot in NBA history.
It changed everything, but it hasn't all been smooth sailing. There's only one basketball. They're still developing their rapport on the floor, but I think their skills do complement each other.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
And here is Williams from 12 feet out. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. James has got 7.
Seizing every opportunity to score. LeBron outworking, out-hustling people inside.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Cavaliers ahead, up 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Here's what Prez had to say about his experience with USA Basketball this past summer.
Representing my country, man, on the court was a dream come true. I got to play with some of the players I admire most growing up. And I don't know, it's crazy how it just comes full circle. So I went out there, worked hard, and I did my best to soak it up and, not take any moment I had with those guys for granted.
I've always wondered, guys, how does winning on the international stage compare to winning an NBA championship?
Well, I think every player would love the opportunity to win for their country and for their NBA team. But if I had to choose one, I'd pick winning an NBA championship because you're competing against the best talent every night. But both are great accomplishments, but I give the nod to the title.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
And they really are just giving them no breathing room out there. They have completely flustered them and set the pace of this game in their favor.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Fournier is checked in for Jody Meeks. And Shumpert kicks to Jefferson. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. Here's Azania. Jefferson with some nice D. Cavaliers leading. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin Love had a tough first year in Cleveland, and some thought to maximize his impact, he might try free agency and play elsewhere. But Love said that staying was a no-brainer, a max contract and a winning situation. He said it's a great opportunity, going for a championship every year. Kevin?
And with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, Clark, our team will go as Blake goes.
You know, he knew that. Chris knew that was the key. And Griffin becoming more assertive last season, especially while Paul was hurt. I thought that was a key moment in his development. And that's really brought them closer to their goal of being a championship team.
Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Smith comes in for Shumpert. And Love has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. That's Biyombo with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
J.R. Smith, an all-out gunner. Never saw a shot he didn't like, but you know what? It works for him.
Irving kicks to Love. J.R. Smith on the wing. Thompson, a screen on Fournier. Smith wide open. He fires. Second chance effort. Young with the steal. Here's Prez. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Prez has got 5 now. Well, what a run it was for Prez in college. He came in with so much expected out of him, and he lives up to the hype by leading his team to a national title.
And when it got down to the nitty-gritty in that game, you just knew he was going to shine. What a storybook ending for him to close out his collegiate career on top.
And you look at the numbers, Steve, J.R. Smith shoots just as well on contested triples, which is interesting, as he does on wide open ones.
He said he...
And so we conclude the first.
Keep it up, guys. We have some good momentum. I love the energy.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken. Orlando making some changes. Biombo checks in for Vucevic, and Prez is subbed in for Green. On the court for Orlando, the guard tandem is Payton and Fournier. Prez out there with Bismack Biyombo, and it's Gordon in at the 3 slot.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Payton passes to Prez. It's Fournier on the wing. Payton outside. He dishes it to Prez. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. A lot of great shooters in the league with that high rainbow arc. The studies show it helps you get more of the rim to shoot at than coming in from an angle. Steve, you were learning to shoot, of course, at one time in your career. Was getting a high arc on your shot something you were taught?
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, though, Kevin, some guys have too much of a high arc, and I think it hurts them. I think you got to get the right balance. You got to stay in the gym, watch video, and get a chance to just get a good rhythm. Because on some shots closer in, you don't want to shoot it that high. You just got to get a measurement on where you're at on the floor at all times.
Interesting, too. There are very few guys whose jump shot all look alike. They're all different in some ways. Do you think?
It is. Yeah. I think guys do get in trouble if you don't have enough arc. But I think some guys have higher, some guys have it right in the middle. It depends on the shot and where you're taking it from.
And the quickness of the release. Yes. I mean, there's so much built into this. And one of the most resilient players around, Tristan Thompson, hasn't missed a game with injury since 2012.
And for a big man who plays the way he does, battling in the paint, going after every rebound, and also being the muscle for his team, it's impressive he's played this many games.
That free throw good from Thompson.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
And Cleveland making a change here. Prize checked in. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports.
I'm not going to get used to taking these L's.
Just got to play better defense next time.